We are back. Lainey is here. You've been doing this a long time. What does your gut tell you about Ian and us tomorrow?
I think it's a day that folks are going to want to stay indoors. I think it's probably the safest place because we have some pretty strong wind gusts coming in, and I think we could get some wind gusts that are higher than 50 miles an hour. We're forecasting right now some 40 to 50 mile per hour winds on average across the Piedmont Triad. It really depends on how fast that storm moves inland. It is expected to pick up some forward speed as it makes landfall, so we're going to watch that closely tomorrow morning. Look at Myrtle Beach today, where not many folks are out on the beach, and a lot of folks have canceled their beach plans as a result of Ian moving northward. Now, tomorrow morning, expect maybe even some rain already in the Triad when you wake up, and some gusty winds. By Friday afternoon, I'd say even by lunchtime, some of the heaviest rains will start to arrive, and especially Friday afternoon and Friday night, that's when we're going to have some of the heavy downpours, and we're going to have that combined with tropical storm force winds. So pretty lousy scenario setting up for your Friday afternoon and Friday night. You'll look at the wind gusts today, where we had some wind gusts at 20 to 30 miles an hour. We had sustained winds right now at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and we're looking for those peak gusts early tomorrow morning to get over 30 miles an hour. And then as we go through the day, looking at 40 mile per hour wind gusts. That's stronger than we had out there today, and then we could get some that are even pushing 60 as we head into the late night hours tomorrow. As this storm system, though, is expected to lift north and west of us, I anticipate that the winds will start to come down some overnight tomorrow into early Saturday morning. We've got a tropical storm warning that's up for the Piedmont Triad for those strongest winds across the heart of the Triad. They have not put that tropical storm warning out for the mountains and foothills. Doesn't mean you won't have winds, but might not just be as much wind by the time the storm gets there. But it's definitely going to be windy across the area. That tropical storm warning down to Columbia, also all the way to the Outer Banks. Hurricane warning, of course, is up for the South Carolina coast. Here's the latest track again, and you can see strengthening 85 mile per hour winds right now. It is possible this could still strengthen a little bit more as it approaches the coastline. The seas are already up to about 25 feet beneath this storm right now. Just check some of the buoys there. So the seas are going to be high coming on shore. They're going to have to deal with storm surge, and then that storm moves in. Notice it's got 70 mile per hour winds at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and notice the position of this. Now, it is expected to weaken as it moves over our area, but I would be inclined to think that maybe if anything changes, our winds may go up, and that could mean more power outages and more problems. So that's definitely something we're going to watch real closely with this. By Saturday morning into Saturday night, that storm system is starting to push up into West Virginia. That would help us as far as rainfall goes. Hopefully take most of the rain with it. But again, as it moves faster like that, the wind becomes more of a concern. Heaviest rains right now from Savannah to Jacksonville, but we're already getting some rain across the eastern part of North and South Carolina. Just about to I-95 right now, and as I mentioned, you may get a little bit even by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. On average, I think 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain across the area. That could lead to some flash flooding, and of course those tropical winds will be gusty. Less of a severe weather threat with this track. We're normally going to be on that northeastern quadrant of the storm, so that puts the risk for severe weather down east. The heavy rainfall, though, looks to be moving over our area with this storm, and then by Saturday, that heavy rainfall focus pushes a little farther northwest. Right now, we only have flood watches out for the Piedmont Triad. It doesn't mean that you won't get several inches of rain in the mountains and foothills. It's just the hydrologists are not thinking that we're going to see widespread flash flooding yet. They may put the mountains and foothills into that flash flood watch as we go through overnight tomorrow morning. That's why you need to keep checking back with us, and of course we'll put that out on our social media accounts as well. You look at rainfall totals, anywhere between, I'd say, 3, 4 inches. The rain starts to push in again. This is early tomorrow morning, and then by midday it's starting to pick up and get heavier. That's about 12:30, and then we'll take you to about 5:30 tomorrow, and then notice another band of real heavy rain that potentially comes in by Friday night. Temperatures are going to stay chilly, 50s. Winds are going to be strong. I tell you, it's a great day to stay indoors if you can. It's not going to be pleasant at all and could be dangerous if we do get some trees knocked down across the area. And it's possible you can lose your power, so you want to think about that as well. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, where you're going to see hopefully some improvements over the weekend. We will likely be adjusting those rainfall chances on Saturday and Sunday, depending on the track.